I waited over a month for this thing to show up, and the ad promised something almost too good to be true. Turn it on, and cold air blasts out instantly. No installation, no hassle. So today we're putting that exact claim to the test, side by side with a real air conditioner, to find out if this is a genuine cooling breakthrough or just another gadget riding a wave of hype. Here's why this matters. This device is aimed squarely at renters and apartment dwellers who can't install a permanent air conditioner, a group that numbers in the tens of millions in the US alone. No compressor, no window kit, no professional installer, just plug it in. That pitch is exactly why it's gone viral. But the company behind it doesn't publish the one number that would let you compare it honestly to a real AC unit. And that omission is where our story really begins. Before I even plugged it in, the build quality raised an eyebrow. It felt like the plastic had been cut and assembled in someone's basement, not a factory line. Then I flipped it over and saw the power rating, up to 2,000 watts per hour, which is genuinely serious draw for something this small. That's not nothing. A unit pulling that much power has real potential to move real heat. So despite the rough first impression, I went in with the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing. I went digging into who actually makes this, and the trail leads to a company operating out of Lithuania, selling almost exclusively through its own website, not through any retailer where reviews could pile up publicly. And that's not the only red flag. Multiple independent investigations found that the branding printed in the ads doesn't even appear on the physical unit itself, a telltale sign of a generic factory product getting a new name slapped on it and marketed as an exclusive invention. So I set up a controlled test. First, a real air conditioner to get honest reference numbers. Starting temperature of the object, 27.7 degrees. Room temperature, 26.8 degrees. 15 minutes later, the object dropped to 24.9 degrees, and the room itself fell to 24 degrees. That's the real AC, cooling the environment by almost 3 full degrees in a quarter of an hour. That's our baseline, and it's not a low bar, it's what a genuine air conditioner actually does. Now here's where it gets worse. While setting up the second test, I found customer complaints that echoed almost word for word what I was about to discover myself. One buyer ran the unit for over an hour and said the output air never dropped below room temperature. Another put it more bluntly, it's a fan with a heater. And one reviewer claimed the same company had already quietly rebranded the exact same product under a completely different name after the complaints started stacking up. Time for the real test. The cord is oddly short for a portable device, worth noting on its own. Same reference object. Now at 27 degrees, room at 26.5. I set it to 19 degrees, and right away, nothing. No visible cold air, none of the dramatic blast shown in the ads. 15 minutes pass. The object's temperature, 27.2 degrees. It went up, not down. Room temperature, 26.4, barely moved. And remember, this test was run closer to the unit than the real AC test was, which should have made it easier to pass, not harder. So the marketing promises a room cooled in minutes. What actually happened is the opposite of cooling. And this connects right back to something we found in the research. The company never publishes the standard rating that lets you measure real cooling power, which means every claim in those ads is essentially unverifiable by design. Some coverage points to thousands of positive reviews and a money-back guarantee, as evidence this is a legitimate business. And to be fair, that's not nothing. But a real company can still sell a product that performs nothing like its advertising. So is this a legitimate air conditioner, or just a heater wearing an air conditioner's marketing? Based on what we measured, and what other buyers independently reported, the evidence points one direction. The core claim, cold air on demand, room cooled in minutes, simply didn't hold up under a controlled side-by-side test. If you're chasing genuine air conditioning, this isn't it. If you found this useful, share it with anyone considering this purchase, and subscribe for more honest product breakdowns like this one.